Oh, hello! If you're joining me today, it is because you're curious about the disc-to-digital program that Kaleidescape offers. If you haven't seen my video on the overview of Kaleidescape that I did, it is very thorough and it's very long. It's almost an hour, it's about 50 minutes, but I added a ton of chapters, so you can watch it bit by bit if you need to, come back to it, whatever. But I alluded to in that review that I would be doing this video talking about the disc-to-digital program where you can take your DVDs and Blu-rays if you happen to have some, and maybe you're thinking about upgrading them to the 4K version. Or even if you have a DVD version and you want to upgrade it to Blu-ray. Because obviously if a title hasn't yet gotten the 4K treatment, it's not going to be in 4K. Like There Will Be Blood. I can't wait until that movie gets a remaster, native 4K scan, whatever. But I do have the DVD, so technically I could upgrade from the DVD to the Blu-ray copy because I know Kaleidescape does have the HD version of There Will Be Blood. So I'm going to go over a couple things as far as housekeeping, in particular which Blu-ray burners work, because not all of them work, just so you know. They do have a list of 3 which I will go over. So I've got a laptop right here just out of frame, and then I've also got my phone camera over there where the disk drive is next to the Kaleidescape. Trying to get all nerdy here so that I can get a proper tutorial of this happening for you. So yeah, let's hop on over to the Kaleidescape website and see what we can do there. If you go to kaleidescape.com, all you got to do is go over to the top right and click on Movies. That'll take you to the movie store. And let's see, some of the titles that I have for this example, one of them is Terminator 2. It's normally $19.99, but it looks like it's on sale for $14.99. As I'm recording this, just FYI, this is actually during their Black Friday sale. It is very close to Thanksgiving while I'm recording this, but at least we know the normal price and the sale price. Interstellar. Yes, that is in 4K. That one's normally $14.99, but it is on sale for $9.99. Next up is Aladdin, the animated version, not the Will Smith version, which is in 4K, and it is currently $24.99. And lastly, The Incredibles. It is also currently $24.99. All right, back on the main movie page. So before we get started on the actual physical process, just some things I want to go over with you that Kaleidescape shared with me when I first got sent the Strato E, and that is this. Registering discs for disc-to-digital offers using an external USB Blu-ray drive. Because again, just so you know, if you were not aware, this digital offer program does not work with 4K discs. It is only for upgrades, so you will only be able to do DVDs and Blu-rays and upgrade them to a higher quality or whatever. Because honestly, most of the titles that I own have both the 4K disc and the Blu-ray copy, but I do have quite a few bare bones 4K copies where it's just the 4K disc. So those particular ones, I will not be able to utilize this offer program. I'll only be able to use DVDs and Blu-ray copies. And as it says right here, the 3 drives that are tested and they know they work with this program are the Pioneer BDR X13UBK. Although when you click on the link, unfortunately, it is currently unavailable. Dang it, must be a very popular one. Another one is the OWC Mercury Pro 16X Blu-ray burner, currently $179 on Amazon. And lastly, the Buffalo Media Station Desktop 16X External Blu-ray Writer. I guess it's not available on Prime at the moment, but see all buying options. Looks like there's some for $149.99. And the Buffalo one is in fact the one that I got for this demonstration. So that's the one that's currently over there, which you can see in the bottom right-hand corner right now, next to the Kaleidescape. So back to this information that Kaleidescape sent me. The key about doing this disc-to-digital offer program is that in order to be used for cataloging, the drive must have a USB 2.0 or 3.0 interface and its own external power supply. So I do personally have another Blu-ray burner that just utilizes bus power from a laptop or a PC, meaning it does not have its own external power supply or like a, AC adapter with its own plug that you plug into a wall outlet. It just plugs directly into my laptop and it is powered by my laptop. Those types of burners do not work. The USB port on the Kaleidescape will not be able to send any power over that USB cable. So that's why these Blu-ray burners need to have their own power supply. So let's just go ahead and see how it works. Stop playback of any movies prior to connecting the external USB Blu-ray drive to the player. So it is currently not doing anything right now. So we're good there. Connect a qualified USB Blu-ray drive directly to the USB port on the back of the Kaleidescape Strato player. Make sure the external power supply is plugged in, of course. And at that point, the Strato player will be in disc recognition mode. This is indicated by the front panel or internal lighting blinking every 3 seconds. Yeah, can you see that? Might have to shift this a little bit. The blue LED light inside is blinking. Boop, off, boop, off. As far as I know, that tells me that it is in disc recognition mode. I'm glad that worked out. Open the browser interface for the system and monitor the history page. So as you can see, I've gotten Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, Ghostbusters Afterlife, Blade Runner 2049, Edge of Tomorrow, Mad Max, and Ready Player One. Those were the 4 that I downloaded for the review of the Kaleidescape to see if there was any difference between a 4K disc and Kaleidescape. So once again, go watch that overview if you haven't seen it already. Although let's just refer back to this real quick. I'll go back to the history page in a second. Insert a Blu-ray disc or DVD into the tray of the USB Blu-ray drive and close the tray. The Strato player will automatically process the disc. While it is doing so, the player's front panel or internal light will pulse every second. Once identified, the movie is cataloged and added to your library where it appears in the browser interface alongside titles downloaded from the Kaleidescape movie store. I've seen videos on this on YouTube already, and it only takes a matter of seconds, to be honest, to catalog it, if everything goes right. So we'll take a look at this screen and then it should just pop up once it has been cataloged. Let's go do it. Let's do Incredibles. Let's start with that. You still blinking? Yeah, you're still blinking. Opening the disk drive. We want the feature film, not the bonus material. Shoop. And then it said it should blink every second. Oh yeah. Whoa. Yeah, because when it started actually blinking every second, like it just kind of went wah, 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 wah. Once that blinking sequence started, this was spit out like 3 seconds later. So, wow. Let's go check it out. Oh my gosh. Yep, it's already there. I see it. As you can see, Incredibles. Feature, Strato E, Blu-ray disc, cataloged. All right, so let's open up this. Aladdin, close. It is not blinking quickly yet. Still the 3-second blink. It's thinking. There it goes. Dude. Okay. The actual cataloging of it is incredibly fast. It seems like within a second, to be honest. All right, now bad guys. Now it's doing the fast blink. And again, within like 1 or 2 seconds. Yes, I do have Interstellar on 4K, but this is just for demonstration purposes. I'm curious though, the reason I wanted to use this one because this is the UK version, because as you can see these little stickers that say 12, that is a dead giveaway that it's the UK version. So let's see if this works with UK discs as well. There it goes. Seems like it worked. Look at this bad boy, Terminator 2, but this was when my local Blockbuster was going out of business, of course. So they were having this gigantic sale, and I got this for $9.99. But you can see it still has the Blockbuster sticker on it. Such a time capsule. Tells you how old I am. There it goes. There's the fast blink. All right, so that's all the Blu-ray copies. Okay, let's check our history page again. Boom, there they are. Incredibles, Aladdin, The Bad Guys, Interstellar, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Catalog, catalog, cataloged. Okay, one thing to note is that as soon as I finished cataloging all of those, I went to Manage digital offers, and now you can see all those digital offers are there. But when I first looked, I don't know, like 30 seconds after I cataloged them all, these digital offers were not here. So it does take, I don't know, 2-3 minutes for them to appear. That's honestly the amount of time that lapsed before I could actually see them. So if you remember, Terminator 2 was $19.99 normally, but it was on sale for $14.99. But look at this. I can get Terminator 2 for $4.92 because I already had the Blu-ray copy. That's pretty cool. That's basically $10 off the sale price as well. So for anybody thinking that they're just going to have to spend full price on all these titles, I mean, you saw how quick it was. It's a matter of seconds for it to be cataloged if you already have the Blu-ray copy. And then I can upgrade it to 4K on Kaleidescape for only $4.92. That's a deal, my friends. Aladdin, $21.67. So I'm gonna guess that that's just like a Disney thing, because Disney is Disney. There's always gonna be a Disney tax on everything. So yeah, just over $3 off to make it $21.67. I don't personally think I need to spring for that one anytime soon. Let's try Incredibles. Same thing, Disney/Pixar down to $21.67 for the 4K copy. Interstellar, hey, $14.99, once again down to $4.92. And The Bad Guys, hey, that's also $4.92. Shoot dang. Also, you'll notice I'm doing all of this on the laptop because, as it says here, once again in this information page that I've been referring to, note, cataloged Blu-ray discs will not appear on the Strato Player's on-screen display. So if you're just navigating through the on-screen display on your television or your projector, whatever, that history page that shows me all of the cataloged Blu-rays that I have done, that will not appear. The title will appear on the browser interface on both the movie page and the history page. So that's what we've been looking at this whole time. And just to reiterate, neither catalog Blu-ray discs or DVDs will appear on a Strato V's, M's, or E's on-screen display. These titles will appear on the browser interface on the history page if the Strato V, M, or E is in standalone mode. And also a bit of housekeeping, playback of Blu-ray discs or DVDs via the connected USB drive is not supported. So again, having that Blu-ray burner plugged into the back of the Strato E, I won't be able to just play that movie via the Strato E because all of the Kaleidescape players do not support playback of discs. All right, sorry about the jumping around in the timeline like a Tarantino movie, because obviously this is a different day. Oh my gosh, there's suddenly a Christmas tree in the background. So yeah, because the day after Thanksgiving, we are going out of town to San Francisco for a few days. So no judgments. We already put the Christmas stuff up. Deal with it. Okay, so before I officially end this video, I wanted to do some more disc to digital titles because, truth be told, I actually did have a phone call with Kaleidescape today earlier, and they did encourage me to do some more DVD titles because all the ones I did already that you already saw were all Blu-ray. They all worked fine. They were all in the system. So let's try and get something that's a little more obscure that is probably not in their system and see what happens. But also, I want to put in some of these Blu-rays that I got from my friends at RO3D because you can only get these in the Netherlands, or at least across the pond in Europe. Arthur the King is one of them, Terrifier 3, No Way Up, and Becky 2. I mean, I know this is already in 4K, but the Blu-ray copy is in this case. But since it came from the Netherlands, maybe it's not going to match up with the information that they have in their system on Kaleidescape's end. But they did let me know that there is a way to get titles approved, or at least still cataloged eventually, if you can prove that you in fact own this title on disc through the UPC code, and then they should notify you if indeed they approve it and it is cataloged. And then it should give you the version that will actually work on Kaleidescape. So let's just see how it works, see how it goes, see if we can stump Kaleidescape. So yeah, first up is the title that I know is in 4K, and that is Star Wars, duh. But man, this is over 25, 30 years old, I think. I got this when the special edition first came out on DVD back in the 1990s. So I'm old. So let's bust these out. Let's just go with the OG. Let's go with A New Hope. Let's see if this can follow me even though I'm walking away and not looking at the camera. Oh no. All right, good old-fashioned Star Wars DVD. Boom, done. Did you follow me? Did you follow me? No. At some point, it just didn't know what to do anymore. Boom, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, already cataloged. And as you saw before, it does take a few minutes for it to show up in the digital offers page. All right, so Star Wars isn't there yet, but no surprise there. It's only been about a minute since I did it. Okay, so let's go back to the history page. Let's try this one. Let's try No Way Up. Pretty obscure, not a lot of well-known actors in it. Honestly, I don't even know if it came out in the United States, truth be told. So they might not even know what this disc is because of the metadata on it. Well, maybe. Oh, nope, there it is. Blu-ray disc, No Way Up. Okay. Nope, Star Wars is still not there yet. Oh, and while I have you here on this page, one thing they did point out to me is that you can upgrade them one by one if you want, or you can see at the top right here, upgrade all. So you've got this here to just whoop, upgrade them all. Easy peasy. Let's just go ahead and move on then. Let's do Terrifier 3. Courtesy of RO3D, even though it's just Blu-ray, it has a 13.1 RO3D immersive audio mix. Well, that didn't take long. Let's see what we got. Terrifier 3. Dang, okay. I thought I might have stumped him because I know this in particular, it's not even, it's like region B, I think it is. Because on my Magnetar 4K Blu-ray player, if I want to play this, I got to go into the settings and put in this special code so that I can even play Region B Blu-rays. All right, let's just go ahead and do this one now. Arthur the King, starring Mark Wahlberg. Boom. Arthur the King. It's already there. Okay. Okay, let's do the horror movie Becky 2. Blinking fast. Boom. Becky 2. So again, another reason you might want to get physical media, because say if you wanted the convenience of having a title on your Kaleidescape, but you already have the 4K version, but you don't want to pay the whole price, a lot of 4K Blu-ray discs come with the standard HD Blu-ray disc as well. Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit on good old DVD. Ain't no thing. Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, DVD cataloged. Oh, enter info. Aha. So see where it says enter info here next to the ones that were from the Netherlands? I bet that's where you enter the UPC code. So then it will cross-reference that UPC code with the Kaleidescape version, so you still get the discount. Let me just catalog everything and we'll check that out. Next up is The Usual Suspects. Boom. Okay, I want to show you something real quick though. This is pretty cool. This is the kind from way back in the day where you had both the full screen version on one side and then the widescreen version on the other side. So it just depends on which side you have up when you put it in the DVD player. Back in the day, before we had widescreen TVs, 4x3 televisions, tube televisions, Usual Suspects, DVD, cataloged. All right, let's go with The Man Who Knew Too Little. All right, just curious. I've got Arrested Development Season 1 on DVD because I know for a fact that is not in their library. I already looked ahead. Let's see what happens. Because television shows might work a little differently. I mean, Kaleidescape does offer television shows. I've seen them. But obviously they don't have all television shows. Well, apparently it cataloged it. Season 1, Disc 1 with episodes 1 through 6. Cataloged. And it doesn't say enter info next to it. All right, so speaking of, let's figure out what that means since these are from the Netherlands. So let's start with Becky 2, enter info. This disc was not recognized by the Kaleidescape Movie Guide service. Kaleidescape does not add information about home movies to the Kaleidescape Movie Guide. Title, Becky 2, she is back. Rating, unrated. Yeah, there we go. Barcode or UPC. Let me double check I got that right. If this is a commercial DVD or Blu-ray disc, please enter its barcode. You may be able to find the barcode on the DVD or Blu-ray disc packaging. Look for a barcode similar to the one shown and enter all the digits, including any small numbers at either end. Kaleidescape will then attempt to obtain information about the disc and automatically update your player. So I put in the UPC. Okay. Arthur the King, Terrifier 3, and No Way Up. So yeah, all the UPC information has been input, all the discs have been cataloged. I am being alerted to a presence of some sort outside. All right, refreshing. Looks like the Curse of the Were-Rabbit is now available in HD Blu-ray. I can purchase it for $4.50. Yeah, I know. Is it some deer outside or something, Maddie? And as I hover over the Star Wars title, New Hope, it says, you own on DVD. Oh, so the purchase includes both the HD version and 4K, but it doesn't look like I can choose just the HD version. Normally $19.99 down to $17.47. Again, with the Disney tax applied. After inputting the UPC information of the titles from the Netherlands. If I remember correctly from my phone call earlier today, I think they said it does take quite a bit longer. If indeed the corresponding title that is available already on Kaleidescape is downloadable in their system, I think it takes a little bit longer for it to show up in the digital offers page. And if you happen to be watching this as soon as I release it, if you have a Kaleidescape system, or you're maybe thinking about getting one, Black Friday starts now. So many titles on sale! Aha, looks like we got a couple more that are now available in the digital offers page after I refreshed it. Man Who Knew Too Little is available in HD now, since I put in the DVD version. And The Usual Suspects, whoa, it doesn't really look like there's a discount on it. It is just $24.99 to get the HD version. Which, by the way, Usual Suspects, come on, that's a classic. That definitely needs a 4K version. Let's go MGM and 20th Century Studios. So yeah, the cool thing about cataloging everything and anything you can, if you really want to, is the fact that I think they send you a notification, either an email or perhaps something through the app that lets you know if one of the titles you cataloged that Kaleidescape didn't have when you first cataloged it, if it becomes available, then they will let you know that you can purchase it. So just another reason to catalog everything you possibly can. You're wanting to consolidate it all into a library such as Kaleidescape's. Might as well put everything in. So yeah, basically everything we're waiting on are the titles from the Netherlands and Arrested Development. But I know for a fact Arrested Development is not going to show up here because like I said, it's not in the Kaleidescape library. Yet? Haha, maybe? I don't know, it's pretty tricky with Arrested Development because the first 3 seasons were on Fox on television, and then the additional seasons were on Netflix exclusively. So I wonder if Netflix now owns all the rights to Arrested Development, which means they probably won't come out with a physical media box set at some point, since they love you to stream everything on their platform. All right, I think I'm just going to leave it at that. I guess you could say we stumped them just because I know Arrested Development is not in their library. Some of these titles from the Netherlands could start showing up in my digital offers eventually, but I'm not honestly going to wait around for all that to happen. But again, I do like the fact that you can do DVDs and Blu-rays. If you catalog it and they don't have it, they will notify you when it does become available. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that The Man Who Knew Too Little is normally $9.99, but I can get it for $8.94 in HD. So a little more than $1 off. Better than nothing, right? And here is the rest of the video. Hey, Editor Elin here. I just wanted to let you know that it's been about 24 hours since I put in the UPC codes of all those Blu-rays that I had received from my friends at R3D. And as you can see here, Arthur the King is now available. It doesn't look like any of the other titles are there, but that may change. Maybe I just haven't given it enough time, or maybe they just don't have those particular titles in their library currently. but it looks like Arthur the King is available, so that's cool. So yeah, even though Kaleidescape themselves didn't have the exact metadata that was on the Blu-ray disc that I put in, they were able to match the UPC codes, and now I do have the offer of Arthur the King being $4.92. Pretty cool! Alright, so just wanted to give you that little update there. Hooray! And there you have it, folks. That's how the disc-to-digital offer program works. Pretty simple, right? Get a compatible Blu-ray burner, plug it into the Strato E, pop in a DVD or Blu-ray disc, let it do its thing, takes a couple seconds, and then boom, it's cataloged, and then you've got digital offers 2 to 3 minutes later. It looks like depending on the studio, the going rate to upgrade to a 4K copy is $4.92, except when you're dealing with Disney. So in that case, if you're gonna get a Disney title, I don't know, not much of a discount there, to be honest. But yeah, just wanted to give you a quick little tutorial on how to do it and how easy it is to do it. And that if you have been curious about the Kaleidescape system in general, but you already have a large collection of DVDs and Blu-rays, yeah, you can upgrade to a 4K version for possibly $4.92. I mean, when's the last time you purchased a 4K Blu-ray disc for $4.92? So there it is. If you were curious, I sure was curious. And now I know, and I hope you know too. I hope this has been educational for those who are Kaleidescape skeptics or very curious about maybe diving into Kaleidescape. I myself, I'm gonna stick with my physical media because, I don't know, I'm crazy. But me trying to be the unbiased YouTuber that I am, I just wanted to be transparent with this and show you how it is. And it is easy. So with that being said, this world is crazy as it is, so it only makes sense to be kind to everyone you come in contact with, because you never know what they're going through. Don't just watch TV and movies, experience them, possibly getting a killer deal through the disc-to-digital program on your Kaleidescape. But of course, physical media for life.